Happy Sabbath, families and friends. Look, this morning is the first Sabbath of 2026, and I'd like to share with you a subject from the lesson that I've learned that I'd like to also share with you. So my topic for this morning is from slave to brother. See, Paul writes one of the shortest letters in the Bible, Philemon, yet it carries one of the most powerful gospel appeals ever made. See, Onesimus had wronged Philemon. He ran away. But by law, Philemon had the right to punish him. But see, Paul doesn't argue law. He appeals to love. He says, perhaps he departed for a season, that thou shouldest receive him forever, not now as a servant, but as a brother beloved. Philemon 15-16. In other words, what looks like loss, God turned into redemption. What looked like betrayal, God transformed into brotherhood. See, Paul gently urges Philemon to do something radical, to basically receive Onesimus back, not as property, but as family. Then Paul reinforces this in Colossians 4 verse 9, calling Onesimus a faithful and beloved brother. That's the gospel in action. See, the gospel doesn't just change hearts. It redefines relationship. It tears down status. It replaces revenge and reconciliation. And it turns enemies into equals. This wasn't easy. Forgiveness always costs something. But Paul knew this truth. Grace that doesn't change how we treat people isn't grace at all. And the question for us is simple. Who is the Onesimus in our life? Who do we still see as a label when God sees as brothers or sister? Because when Christ enters the story, no one is just what they used to be. See, in the kingdom of God, grace rewrites every relationship. God bless.